Worker asked me to show you guys how to make a thrum and how to add a thrum to my crochet mitten. So I'm going to take a video of that to send it to you so that way you're able to take pictures as needed for the magazine. To make a thrum, you pull off a lock of fleece from unspun wool. And from that fleece, you're going to tear off just a little bit of it. You want to make sure that the final size of your fleece or of your thrum is no larger than the width of your yarn, just approximately right around the same size. So you tear off your fleece and then you fold the two ends of the fleece to the middle. So there's one end and there's the second end. I have both of my ends folded to the middle. What I do now is I rub them right there in the middle. And what this does, it creates sort of a felted piece right there, and then these two little loops that I'm going to call the tails of my thrum. This middle part here is what's actually going to go onto the throat of my hook when I put it into the stitch. Here's what I mean. I'm working in a single double pattern, meaning my single crochets are on top of my double crochets and my double crochets are on top of my single crochets. All of my thrums are added to a double crochet. The reason I did this was so that I could have that extra yarn over to really lock in the tails of the thrum. Because in crochet, unlike knitting, we have to finish off each of our stitches as that stitch goes, whereas knitting, I'd be able to work the stitch and the thrum together on my next round. So on crochet, I'm going to wrap my tail around my yarn on my second yarn over and give it a go. Here's what I mean. So if I'm going to add my thrum to a double crochet, first I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to insert my hook into a single crochet. I get it in there. I take my thrum, I'm going to wrap the middle of it, like I said, around my hook. What I like to do is take my right hand, grab the tails of the thrum, and kind of give them a nice grip or some tension on my hook. Next, I wrap my yarn around my hook just like I normally would do a double crochet. And now I'm going to pull through that yarn over and the thrum. So now I have a yarn, or a loop, a thrum, a yarn, and a loop and a loop. So a loop, a thrum, a loop, and a loop. What I'm going to do now, typically in a double crochet you would just yarn over and pull through your loops. But before I do that, I want to take my tail of my thrum and I'm going to wrap it counterclockwise around my yarn. Can you understand what that means? So what that really does is just wraps the tail of my thrum to my yarn, so it kind of locks it in a little bit better. Now I will yarn over my hook and I'm going to pull that yarn over through the loop and a thrum and a loop. When I do that, that leaves me with two loops on my hook. I give my yarn a little tug, I yarn over, and I complete my double crochet. Next stitch is a single crochet. I do my single crochet, and there you can see I have a thrum in place. The tails are on the inside, which gives that nice fluffiness. And I move on. So there you go. Now you know how to complete a thrum.